So we are now on step 26, and 26 we need some more components. So we need this tray, which is the A8 tray. We need the BA5s, which are the 3x15mm machine screws. We need the BA7s, which are the 3x10mm machine screws, so we need 4 of each of those. We need the BA11s, they're the screw pins, 2.4 by 11mm, that's these little guys here. We need 4 of the BA12s, they're the locking nut, they're the ones with a little nylon. And the BA13s, which are the 3mm nuts but without any nylons. Right, we also need the other half of our drive shafts. This is the other half, I call it the female half, shall we say. And we need to attack B26 in 2 or 3 stages, I think 3 stages. So first of all, it talks about popping some of these BA12s into here and putting a bit of cellophane tape over to hold them in. So you could do that. Kind of thinking ahead, as this is a motor plate, it's technically going to be underneath. I'm going to pop a little bit of Yoo-hoo glue on the edge of these and just drop them with a little bit of Yoo-hoo glue and glue them in that way. It's a little tip that I got from when I was building the Scania truck. They say get you to glue in some of the locking nuts so that they stay in place. So all I've done is just a little bit of Yoo-hoo glue and just dab them in a bit of the Yoo-hoo glue and then drop them into place, and you should find that it drop out. And now what we need to do is pop this motor assembly and gearbox assembly onto this plate. The second part of that, we need to get the orientation of our central gearbox and motor assembly that we've built previously, and we need to make sure that in the drawing, as you can see, the motor is facing this way with our A7 and A9 parts on the side here, these side rails. And then we take the A8 part which we assembled, and we need to make sure this is orientated correctly as well, and we need to line up the holes with these holes here, here, here and here, and we need to put some of these 3mm nuts inside. So let's see if we can get these in. Right, so now that they're in, and we need to take our 3x10mm machine screws. We need the 4 of them, and we need to screw these into and through the plate using a little bit of the thread locking compound as well. So we need to line this up. There we go. There we are. So let's get this first one lined up. And for the next stage of this, of step 26, we now need to place our gearbox, central gearbox and motor assembly into the chassis, and we do that using the BA5 screws, which are the 3x15 screws, and we basically place this with the motor facing forward, which we've done. Okay, and then we attach this to the relevant points on the chassis and capture those screws that we place. Now, which holes do we need? Need to make sure we get the right ones, of course. So let's place that on the side so you can see. Looks like we've got to collect this hole here and this hole here. So that goes through there and collects that one. And let's do them loose so that we can get them all lined up. And this one here. This one and this one. And then if I turn the chassis around the other side, we should be able to get the same ones. So it should be this one. Yep. And the last BA5 screw. And we should be able to collect this one. There we go. Now we need to tighten those up. There we are. And now the last job, we need to put in the drive shafts. So drive shaft slips over the top like that, and then we need to collect the hole. So I might need to just move this around one so I can collect the hole. There we are. And we're going to need for these we need the hex driver. Pop that in place. There we are. That is now step 26 completed.